So we're going to move to education. Senator Clausen, I'm going to look to you. We have a viewer from Nisswa who's very concerned about underfunding, in the viewer's mind, underfunding K-12, I guess it's E-12 education over a long period of time. This viewer suggests perhaps as much as 10 years and suggests that many of the proposals that are on the table now also underfund E-12. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about what's happening on that front, and we'll go around the table and get everybody involved in the conversation.
Well, the basic funding formula is the per pupil. You know, each student, there's an allocation per student, a dollar allocation. And right now, I think through negotiations, we're at 1.5% increase. I know for the Rosemont, Apple Valley, Egan Public Schools, District 196, that's the fourth largest district in the state, 28,000 plus students. That means a $23 million cut over 3 years. And that's real difficult. And then when you look at a school district trying to go out for a levy to increase property taxes, that's sometimes not real popular. And it's something I think both Republicans and Democrats would like to really refrain from placing school districts in that kind of a situation. So it's a real dilemma of funding. It's something that negotiations are still taking place. I know if we would bump that up to a 2% increase, the same district I mentioned, District 196, would be looking at a $5 million cut. So it's an issue that we seem to come back to every session, every budget session, on how do we fund our K-12 institutions, and the demands on those institutions become greater each year. We were just talking about technology. A lot of districts have gone to actual referendums for technology funding, and it's transportation costs. I know in the rural areas, I know there's a bill there to try to help some of our districts. So the key thing is that by the Minnesota Constitution, that's one of our prime responsibilities. We need to make sure we have a strong educational system. Our workforces are perhaps our number one asset in the state of Minnesota. We need to make sure that we have a strong foundation for students going through our E-12 system.
Senator Weber, your thoughts, E-12 education?
Well, I'm serving on the E-12 conference committee this year. I'm not on education committee this year. I was the previous 4 years. Due to scheduling conflicts with different committees, they asked me to come on there. And
so we won't tell anybody. You just tell us what's going on with the conference committee then, perhaps, right?
Well, you know, we passed the conference report, at 7 o'clock in the evening with the whole room full of people. So there's a lot of people that know what's in the conference report. We're looking at a budget that's roughly, in round numbers, $18.5 billion for the biennium. That's about, between the tails and the new money currently, that's about $1.1 billion more than the previous biennium. And it's a budget that has been increasing by great numbers, and yes, there are great demands. I think in the next biennium we're looking at roughly 35,000 additional students to be covered by the formula. And it's an interesting issue as we look at that. And the previous 4 years, I served on the Education Committee with Senator Clausen, and he's heard me say this before. I think obviously money is extremely important, and there's always going to be that demand for more money. But as I look at the rules and regulations that we have thrown into our school districts, I think it's time to bring our administrators to the table and say, okay, what could we change that makes life less expensive for you? We have them occupying people's time with reports. We have occupying time with this purpose and that administrative purpose, and all of a sudden we're then wondering why there's not enough money to go around. We're actually wondering why isn't there enough time in the school day to do what we need to do, and quite frankly, it's the legislature's fault, and it is time to recognize that if you look at the budget, this is my fifth session. I came into office in 2013. And if we look at where the budget was then, And as we're looking at where the budget, not only for education, but for the entire state is going to be by the time we're done negotiating this budget out, I'm sorry, this state cannot continue those kind of increases in the budget. And if we do, we had better have some phenomenal growth, and in which case there's going to have to be a lot of changes in a whole lot of different areas for that to happen. And so, it's a serious problem. There's none of those programs out there that are bad programs in and of themselves. There's a lot of needs out there. Unfortunately, we're actually forcing our schools to become a part of our social service program, quite frankly, because there are so many students that have so many issues to deal with. And our counselors have to deal with the social issues. They don't have time to do the career training, counseling and that type of thing. It's a very complicated problem out there. And but I think at the end of the day, if the targets increase, the first thing we will do, I'm pretty confident, is that we'll get to that 2% that Senator Clausen talked about. And then hopefully we can pick up some of these other areas where we've been falling short in specific programs.
Representative Johnson, your thoughts on this?
When I look at the state budget, the first place I look is the per pupil funding. And because I think fundamentally the first job we have to do in Minnesota is to provide high-quality public education for all kids. And it means that we have to address the needs of all children that come to our schools. That's really important to do. And I know that the first place you look is per pupil funding. I've learned that from the superintendents in my districts. That's where they look first, because that's the money that they use to manage their schools well for each community. And so if I think one of the major disappointments of this session so far has been that we have not achieved at least covering inflation for public schools, the per pupil formula, when we have a surplus of the size that we have it. And that needs to be rectified. I think it's time to get back to the basics, and that's the most basic thing that we need to do. When I hear Senator Clausen talk about the impact in the school district where he's associated, that's terrible news. I just can't see why that's a good policy for Minnesota to set school districts up for that situation. Then when Senator Clausen talks about, possibly some sort of an operating referendum, that doesn't work so well in rural Minnesota because our tax bases just aren't there. I represent the city of St. Peter, and it really does not have a strong tax base. So that's not a good option for that city. And yet we want to make sure that the kids in St. Peter have the same education, same quality education, or any town in Minnesota as other cities. And that's an important thing because I don't think it's tried at all that a good public education is the pathway that we give all of our kids in the state to give them a chance. It's where we set up basic opportunity for every kid in this state, and that's an honorable duty. And I think we've got to really step up here, and I'm hopeful that we can do that. And it's really important that we do that, especially given that surplus. So that's one of the major challenges going forward in the next week.
Representative Howell?
Well, and I agree that we need to get it done, but there's also I also agree that the requirements we're putting on our schools with all the reports, and especially even with I talked to some of the school districts that have this. We all have special ed in all of our schools, and the requirements that they have to fill out the federal paperwork and the state paperwork, they're different. Why can't we just make one set of paperwork that somebody has to fill out? It's multiple reports, and it takes an absorbent amount of time. It takes those teachers out of the classroom where they need to be. I think we need to simplify some of those things, and I think we need to work on fixing the differences in the funding. There's a wide range of, when you talk about per pupil, that's I think I agree that's where we need to stick to it, because that's the fairest way across the board. But when you get all these other things in there, it seems like certain school districts are getting like $14,000 a pupil, and other school districts are getting $8,000 a pupil. Every pupil is important, and every pupil deserves the same kind of funding.
All right, and so conference committee and negotiations with the governor, and we'll see what happens, right? All right.